All right, folks, we here for our seventh episode.
Yes, seventh
Episode of the Fanboy Lair. Of course, you know me. I'm Najee. I'm here with my man Terrell. Say hello.
What's up, man?
All right. So it's kind of a slow week today. I mean, it's a slow week in the world, I guess.
all these weeks, like these past 2-3 weeks, have been pretty slow, with the exception of Logan. That was different.
Yeah, that was again. I'll tell everybody it was a fucking film, but I digress. With so on the docket, the big news I guess is Zazie Beetz is now Domino in the new Deadpool movie.
Yeah, I mean, if people don't know who she is, she plays the ex-girlfriend to Childish Gambino in Atlanta. And I think we looked it up. That's like the most notable thing.
That's what I have access to the most. Atlanta. I can try to find other stuff, but I think my days of sailing the digital seas as a pirate is pretty much over.
Well, now our most notable movie is going to be Deadpool 2.
Pretty much.
Which, that's not a bad movie to be in, especially being a comic book hero.
Yeah.
You're instantly going to get 200 million fans, just like that.
It's going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
And apparently she beat out Janelle Monáe.
How the fuck was she even in it?
Well, she's been in a lot of movies as of late.
I mean, I understand that, but I don't know. You know what? Let me not say anything because once again, I don't really know shit about Domino except for what I saw on that Superpower beatdown with Deadpool and Domino versus Harley Quinn and Joker. I don't even know how that fight lasted that long.
Yeah. See, that's the whole thing. It's funny. I had a Domino action figure as a kid. Yeah. No fucking idea who it was. I got it from KB Toys, and it was one of those, hey, you get 2 action figures for $5. Well,
R.I.P. KB Toys 2005.
What?
I said R.I.P. KB Toys 2005.
Oh, that's when it died?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But, it was like, hey, $2 action figures for $5. Well, I got $10 in my pocket. I guess I'll get this chick. I don't have this guy. It was a whole
this chick. I don't have this guy.
It was a whole bunch of nobody. I think I got what you call him, Pop? Was it Corsair, whoever his name was, the bull? Was it Cyclops' dad or something?
Oh, okay. I like the bull.
I got that dude. I think I got a what you call him? What's his name? I think I got Yondu.
Didn't
know it was him, but you look at the old action figure, holy shit, I had that.
You're like, they were making action figures for these guys way back when.
You had no fucking
idea. I think the last thing I bought from KB Toys was some knockoff Optimus Prime. That's the last thing I bought from KB Toys.
What was that?
Some knockoff Optimus Prime. I mean, it was still Optimus Prime, but it was from some Transformers cartoon that nobody watched. Transmorphers. It was like Transformers, but it was before Armada. This is how far back we're going here. Yeah. It was, I don't know. It was an open Christmas present, so Mom didn't wrap it or anything like that.
Well, look.
And I think it was the last toy I bought. Other than that, the last thing I bought, I remember, was Need for Speed Underground and 2 Xbox controllers because it was a 75% off sale. So I got all that shit for I don't know, $70 or something like that.
It was the old days when you had to get the ticket.
Yeah.
But that was Toys R Us. You get the ticket, let me buy this game. They take the joint out here. They go in the back here's your game.
Mm-hmm.
Or a fucking Super Nintendo game was $75.
That
people bitch about game prices.
I was just about to say that. I was watching a video from a YouTuber called Some Call Me Johnny, and no, it's actually the Geek Critique. And he actually said that a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Sega Genesis was $50. And the reason that the games were so expensive is because they had a save feature and the memory cost so much money that these games were $50. And then for Sonic 3, to complete Sonic 3, you had to buy Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah.
And, it had that cartridge port on top,
yep.
And it would become Sonic 3 and Knuckles. That was $100 for that game.
But you forget, the biggest game at the time was Mortal Kombat. That was $80 on Super Nintendo.
Yeah. See, I didn't have an SNES.
I had both because my brother had the Sega and I had the Super Nintendo. And when he stopped playing, that shit became mine.
Yeah,
he had the Sega with the headphone jack in the system.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Legit,
Yeah.
like first gen.
Yeah.
Like later on, my Dukes bought me the Sega that came with the Lion King.
Yeah.
But it had the first. I think I still got that shit in the closet too.
Yeah, I think we were lucky that we got Sonic 3 because the only reason we got Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles together is because Sonic 3 came with the Sega. There was going to be no fucking way my mom was going to buy the Sonic 3 and Knuckles for $100. She wasn't going to do that shit.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
You know, I mean, I get it, like, compared to, like, Mortal Kombat and other stuff that was out, you're like, oh, this is a bargain. But then it's like, you look at games back then, and that's how much they cost. And you look at games now, the price actually went down and then went back up when you think about it.
It hasn't changed that much.
No, the price hasn't changed that much. I think $60 would probably be the max that you'll be paying right now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to get any higher than that because the medium that they're stored on is so cheap. Memory is not like that expensive anymore, and to save a game is only a couple megabytes. Yeah, exactly. You know, with the exception of the Switch, which decided to come with 32 gigs of memory. I don't understand that, but
you know how they go.
Yeah, I mean, I guarantee they're gonna come out with another one, but so I guess we can just jump straight into the DC shows for the week.
Yeah, well, for me, I told you I'm having a hard time trying to watch Supergirl. I've lost interest since it came back from the winter break, which is like it amazes me because it was pretty damn good going into the winter break.
Yeah.
Then it comes out and
you're like, huh?
If I miss an episode, I'm not that upset because even when I go back, I'm like, damn, I wasted. Like, I really had to go back and watch this episode. Like,
yeah, you don't have to watch a lot of them. Like, if you didn't watch the Mitchell Spitlick episode, don't watch it.
Yeah, I have that on there, but I'm like,
delete it. It's no point.
Again,
it has no lasting impact on the season except that now that you know now that there's a fifth dimension. Not that we didn't already establish that in the Flash like last year.
Yeah, so there's nothing, but
yeah, it's nothing there. But
if you wanna,
I'll give a brief synopsis and my thoughts. I mean, so they found the Cadmus base, and they found their dad, and I don't think he stayed around at the end of the episode. I think he left. But
Krypton.
No, not that dad. They're biologically enhanced dad now because like Dean Cain has like a robotic arm.
That's why I meant Krypton's Dean Cain.
See what
I did there?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't put two and two together. But yeah, they found the Cadmus base and like Cadmus was rounding up, and I guess this whole Cadmus arc is over now because Cadmus was rounding up the aliens. They stole the alien database in the previous episode, and I guess Dean Cain convinced Mama Luther to put them in a spaceship and shoot them off into space. That was the big plan. Not to kill them or eradicate them all. Just shoot them off in space. That was the plan.
What was the remember on Young Justice, what was the Johns called? The
light?
No. The creatures that was able to telepath, everybody had one. Remember it was on their shoulder?
I do not remember the name. I do not remember.
But you know what I'm talking about? That's they connected telepathically and whatnot. Like you got Cadmus, why don't you bring that in?
Well,
I'm sorry, the CGI budget might not cover it.
It won't. They blew the budget with the Martian Manhunter in the previous episode. Got his ass knocked out. Oh my god, make that dude look such a bitch. But yeah, that was their big plan. Was to shoot all of them into space, and John did something that I thought was completely unfair in that episode. He disguised himself as their dad. He went to Agent Danvers as her dad and tried to and said, "Hey, look, I'm a good guy. Like I'm doing this for the right reasons, but I need your help." And when she agreed to do it, he transformed back into Hank Henshaw, and she was like, "That was completely unfair." He was like, "I was just testing to see where your mind was at, and you fucked up, so you off the case." And I was like, "Well, that was unfair. Like she's not on the clock. Like she's in a nightgown about to like eat some milk and cookies and go be booed up, and then you come sneaking into the fucking house, and then you play a trick on her." a horrible trick at that, because she's so like super worried about her dad, and you say, "Oh well, I wanted to see where your head was at." I'm like, "Yo, I'd have shot you where you stood, man, Hunter." Like,
set his ass on fire.
yeah, exactly. I'm not even gonna call him the man. He hunts snowmen in this,
Yeah,
so like,
just a Martian guy.
he's just a Martian guy. But yeah, that was pretty unfair, and she decided to take it upon herself to go look for these missing aliens when the girlfriend got kidnapped, which I seen coming a mile away. I seen that coming in the previous episode. I think, she's gonna get kidnapped, but Wynn's not gonna do anything to get her back. The Guardian came back finally after like 3 episodes.
I say my father.
No, please.
I swear, when these actors just get written off for like 3 weeks, I be trying to look and see, like, does this person have a movie coming out or something?
Yeah, I know.
Is he working on like a indie project that he needs 3 weeks off?
I know. I don't know. It's weird.
Like, there's no way to explain your boss basically not being there for 3 weeks. Like, you show Kara in the fucking office, but
You won't show the boss.
the boss isn't there. Like, come the fuck on. You gotta run everything past him.
Exactly. But when he's not there, they can act on their own accord because the story dictates it.
Again.
But yeah, so Guardian came back for like 2 seconds when the Cadmus soldiers were trying to kidnap the aliens. Then he was just gone for the rest of the episode. You didn't see him anymore, and I was just like, okay. Kara pushed a spaceship out of orbit. That was pretty impressive. She's racking up some feats.
Oh, she got experience points.
Mm-hmm. She leveled up on that episode, definitely, by pushing that ship out of orbit. Like, I was like, man, that's takes some balls to do that, Kara. But ultimately, the thing is for Supergirl was like, what the fuck are they fighting for? Like, what's the end game in the show? We were just talking about this. What's the end game?
Who's the overarching villain through this season? Like,
apparently,
who's the flavor instead of the flavor of the week? Who's the
ready.
flavor of the season?
Get ready because it's actually Kevin Sorbo, not Hercules though, but he's the villain. Like, he came from outer space, and you know they're the villain because they're wearing all black. So they got to be the villain. And they came from outer space, but we have no idea what they want yet. There's only like 6 episodes left or something like that. And now we have completely new villains. I'm just like, okay, fucking great. Now we got to get to know these guys, learn their backstory, why they're here, and then have a climactic finish. And that's what they're going to do. She's going to end this season, the exact same way she ended the last season. Purely speculation. Well, she fought those other Kryptonians at the end of the last season, which was okay because that was the villain for the entire of the season.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, that was okay.
Maybe they might try to do something. Well, not sure if it'd be groundbreaking for them or they got the heart to do it, but maybe you can end the season mid, you know, how you say it, like mid arc. Like, let's say let's look at it in the way of a 3-act, whatever. Everything's 3 acts. Fucking the show, it's an hour 3 acts or a movie 3 acts. But let's do the 3-act structure where you got the first act where you the introduction and you're just laying the groundwork, and the second act normally ends with a low point where you're like, how the fuck is this going to go on?
Yeah.
Right? So maybe you can spend these next 7 episodes can be Act 1 and Act 2, and you end the season with, oh shit, how is Kara, or how are they going to recover from this? And you can kick off next season. You do it the way The Walking Dead should have done it, by having you speculate how are they going to deal with what just happened.
Yeah.
Over these next couple months until the next season starts.
Yeah, I mean, the similar with the Flash didn't see it was at season 1 where they opened the wormhole, and the season ended with him running up into the wormhole.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You end with, that's the classic cliffhanger. Ending with Flash, where this one it could be you just ending right at the down point where it's fucked up. how are we going to deal with this? Like, everybody's scattered or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can start your next season with that. You know, start your next season getting the band back together, trying to get that last push to start these people off instead of doing your classic. The first episode is all cheery.
Yeah.
And then at the last 5 minutes, you try to introduce the main villain that's you're going to deal with for like the next season, you know, for the whole season.
Yeah.
That's just my speculation. That's how I would do it if I'm running the show. Years away from that, hopefully, maybe. I don't know. But, again, like I was saying, overall, I just have an issue with Supergirl because there's no overarching villain, as we said.
Well, like I said, it's Kevin Sorbo now.
But that's the whole thing. Like, it could have been, I don't know, like we said this weeks ago off air, was just maybe Katniss could have been pulling strings like the Light in
Young Justice,
or something like that. Instead of you just having Katniss being that main foe, and you're just dispatching him at episode 15.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I don't see Supergirl lasting even on the CW. I mean, it'll last longer on the CW, but unless they got to give it the Flash and Arrow, like, charm real quick.
But I think it'll last because there's always that opening for the crossover.
I mean, yeah, you're right, but I mean, I don't think they would keep a failing show just to use a character in a crossover. They could have her come back for 4 episodes. I mean,
yeah, I get what you're saying, but again, it's the fucking CW. They let a couple shows go on longer than this.
The Vampire Diaries.
Yeah,
didn't that come out in like 2009?
It's going off now, though.
Oh yeah, I know that now, but Jesus, it lasted almost 10 years. Jeez, who'd have thought that?
You know, here you go. As much as I like Supernatural should have been off probably 4 years ago, and I think it's
was that on season 12? Yeah,
something like that. And they got renewed. They have basically a blank check.
Yeah,
you can go on as long as you want.
Just keep telling good stories.
And I'm not sure if you peeped that they had like another nod to The Walking Dead.
Yeah, they just
one of the brothers was on the phone, and on the dresser in front of them was a baseball bat wrapped in barbed wire. Because
Lucille.
Yeah, but they pop played.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah.
They keep trying to say, they keep connecting that somehow. Fans do it.
Yeah. You always try to find some ways to connect it. You can't. And that's not those two shows anyway.
And that's what I love with Supernatural, though. Supernatural is one of those shows that pay attention to its fan base.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going on online.
Yeah, let's play them up.
In there,
Yeah, but, let's play them up a little bit.
Exactly. It was harmless.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, that's Supergirl in a nutshell. I mean, we'll see how these last episodes go, and hopefully it gets a lot better. But moving right along into DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Say Flash for last.
Yeah, well.
Did you watch this week's Legends?
Yeah, well, I caught up on both of them this morning.
Yeah, Legends is always a solid episode every week.
That's why I was just going to say that, as I was driving up here, like, since it premiered, it's been consistent.
Yeah.
Not great,
but consistent.
Not bad.
Yeah.
You can count on it to give you a quality episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It had it's truly standout episode was something that no other CW like superhero show has done yet, and it was a show centered around the villains coming together as a team.
Yeah.
And no other
talking about that episode. So.
Episode, it was fantastic because it actually showed like the entire out of the 2 seasons of the Flash, and you've seen the Reverse Flash in, he was never afraid of anything. And this one actually showed him vulnerable and all right, let me rely on these 2 people. This is stuff that you typically see in your superhero team-up show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? With Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, it recently happened with the Dominators. That's the type of stuff you see there. But they did it with villains. And I'm like, that's special right there. Because that hasn't been done on any other show. No one's paid that much attention to the villains. And it's like you develop them so well in their other shows that now you can go into different stuff. It doesn't have to be backstory or something that happened in the future. You can actually go into their personal lives, and that's really cool to learn more about them. And I love Reverse Flash in that show. I prefer Harrison Wells, but he's fine too.
I'm a Damien Dark.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of his work, man. That boy's hilarious.
He is pretty funny.
He's a dude, a villain who really gives no fucks.
Yeah.
Like, I'm immortal. Maybe you can try to kill me, but I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk my shit, even in the face of danger. I'm still gonna talk my shit.
Yeah.
I think that's fucking brilliant. And the way he's playing him, you could tell Neil McDonough is just having fun with the character.
Definitely. I like in that crossover episode from the second season where he's about to kill Arrow and he puts his hand on his chest. Or the second season of Flash, he puts his hand on his chest and he's just like, what are you saying? I can't hear you. And then the Flash just runs past and grabs him. He's just like, wow, what was that? I thought that was pretty cool because he's just like clueless. He's like, what the fuck was that? Like,
and that's the whole thing. I've seen everything, but I've
never seen that
before. All right.
Yeah.
And that's that. I just like. I like to see people having fun with their characters.
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Sure, it's a job, but sometimes when you can actually see a person enjoying the character that they're playing and adding their own personality to it, it makes it all the more special and it makes it more entertaining to watch as a fan.
Yeah.
But again, overall, like we were saying, Legends has been consistent straight across the board for the last 2 years. I mean, sure, they're in the middle of the second season, but it's been legit.
Yeah.
I watch an episode like, damn, that was...
Yeah, they're fun. All the episodes are fun. They tell a pretty decent story. And then like this last episode, like Rip Hunter got his memory back, and I'm like, dude, like that was awesome. Like you guys actually damn near pulled off an entire season without the leader, quote unquote, of the team, and you had someone else step up and become a leader in their own right.
You had two people step up.
Two people, because Jefferson did too.
He's
and I'm like, I was like, this is like you're doing well with all your characters. Like you have good character development for a show that has so many different leads. Like you're actually developing all the characters. And I mean, fuck, once again, going back to the villains, like you like Legends is telling a story with a group of villains who have a clear-cut purpose. They all lost something. So they're trying to get the Spear of Destiny to get back something that they lost, whether it be a hand, or they're dead, or they know that, they're going to run into a loop and then just die. So they're like, this is like they actually have something worth fighting for. So it raises the stakes when the Legends fight the Legion of Doom. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just good shit. But they got stranded in this episode. They got stranded in like
the Cretaceous period.
Yeah, Cretaceous period.
And then he had a little Inception going on.
Yeah, a little Inception going on. I kind of like it. Was cool. It was a fun episode to watch.
I thought it was funny seeing Gideon.
Yeah.
Jeff's like, hey, what, you didn't think I was a human? Like, I always thought you'd be a redhead. Like, everybody got a picture of
Gideon, and it's just funny. Like, now you see who Gideon is.
Yeah.
And Sarah's just like, I didn't know you'd be so hot.
Yeah.
Like, and it's funny because that was
human. No, I didn't think I was gonna say hot, but
and it was crazy. Like her and Rip kissing. I was like,
she remembered it.
Yeah, I was like, are you in love with your AI assistant? You don't even know what she looks like. She's like a floating head.
It was like the episode of Big Bang Theory when Raj fell in love with Siri.
What the fuck? I don't watch Big Bang Theory, so.
But that shit was hilarious. Like, I still watch it, but I got like plenty of episodes on the DVR to catch up on.
Yeah.
Watching the damn... It's hard watching the show on the DVR for me now. Like, I got to fast forward through commercials or sit through it.
Yeah.
Too many times to pick up the remote.
Too many times to pick up the remote. Don't they have, like, can't you get, like, a TiVo that'll cut out the commercials for you?
I ain't paying for that. That sounds like extra money.
Oh, it's definitely extra money. But I mean, the fucker will cut out commercials for you.
Remote picking up, then it's gonna be the exercise. I just sit through it.
I guess you ain't that lazy, huh?
Exactly. No. But again, the series has been. This season's been interesting.
Yeah, I can't wait till they actually just like full on fight the fucking. I want to see how they're gonna take down Reverse Flash. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to Central City and get some advice from Barry.
I believe so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't, because Barry will flip the fuck out, knowing that Reverse Flash is somewhere in time trying to like stop himself from dying.
But that's the whole thing. I don't think he would. I think it might be one of those moments for Barry where you're like, you know what? I got some other shit to deal with right now. I can tell you this is what you do.
Yeah.
And maybe if I'm done with Savitar, I could come and help you out.
You know what's funny? They did that in in second season of Flash, fourth season of Arrow, when who the fuck? Yeah, Laurel. I was about to say, who the fuck died? The funeral when Oliver was looking over at the grave, Barry ran up, was like, "Hey, sorry I'm late." And he was like, "Problems in Central City." He's like, "Zoom." He's like, "I figured." You know, and it's just like, I would have come to help you guys out.
I got this shit.
But this guy named Zoom is just like fucking shit up. And he's like, he drugged me through a city and like put me on parade and shit.
Yeah.
Saying that I'm not a god. So, I mean, I couldn't come. I couldn't walk. Sorry. But yeah. I can see that. I can definitely see that happening too. But what else we got here for Legends? I think that's about it. Nothing else really happened.
For me, I just want to get on the. I like how the character of Jefferson is like evolving.
Yeah.
You know, he's always been mechanically inclined. You know, to work on cars. So he's like that. He's a mechanic, work on the ship. But you saw this season with Rip being gone, he had to step up.
Yeah, he was like second in command.
Exactly.
And so, I know no one saw that coming.
I didn't see it either because he's the youngest one there.
Yeah,
he's the youngest in most like. He's the rawest of them all because he's young. He's more inclined to be moved by emotion to actually do things off of emotion instead of taking a step back and thinking. And just seeing his character, how he's be the level-headed person sometimes telling Gray, like, yo, nigga, you got to step back.
Yeah.
And also, speaking of people stepping up, is fucking Rory. This boy's giving out advice like, yo, the reason why... I'm going to get back to Jeff, but I got the tangent. With Rory, when they was having that, there was this whole Inception part. Graves was like, "Oh, Jack, his head, his heart rate's up."
Oh yeah.
Let him be. Relax, man. You ain't doing nothing for him. Fucking freaking out over here.
Yeah.
He's like, you know why me and Snart was good? Because we trusted each other. But Snart's dead. Yeah, and I'm here though.
Exactly.
I'm here because of what he
did. Yeah.
I
trusted him, and that's why I'm still alive.
Exactly. Like, you gotta start treating him like a partner and not like a kid.
Yeah.
Growing, like, when the part that got him was like, yo, you're not gonna be here
forever. He's got to do stuff on his own. Stein's old, so
you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So,
what
you gonna do? You gonna fucking hamstring him now, or just let him try to fucking grow up? And that's what he's been doing in this. Jefferson's been doing this whole season.
Yeah.
Like the part near the end of this episode where you see him in the captain's quarters with what's her name? Sarah.
Yeah.
And they're going, my fault.
Oh, you good.
They're going over shit and just discussing what's going on. I'm like, damn, dog, like you
there.
You there. Like if anything happened to her, she goes out.
You're there.
You're there. It was an episode he had to call
it was when she got shot.
Yeah. He had to call a shot.
She was like, I put Jefferson in charge. I was like, whoa, what? It is funny because a few episodes before that, you've seen what happened when she wasn't there and somebody else had to take charge, and at the beginning of the season, where people were like, I think that's when it was, when people were like, all right, well, since Rip's gone, who's going to be in charge? And Brandon Routh tried, his character tried, Stein tried, and it ultimately fell to Sarah.
Yeah.
The two people that didn't try, Jefferson and Sarah, and then Rory are the ones that, but they're the ones that are doing the most this entire season when it comes to terms of leadership. And I like that.
It's because I say with Rory, it's world experience. Like,
yeah.
Even though you're a criminal, you got to know how to survive.
Yeah.
Shit, I got a showdown with Flash. I know
that is true.
I know some shit. He might whip my ass, but I can get a couple punches in.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I stymied the Flash for a minute until he went and got his homies to help figure out how to stop me.
Yeah.
So, and then, he had, say what you want, Snart was the smarter one, the more level-headed
he was,
one.
definitely.
But he still took some of that shit in.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, I don't want to. Like, fuck you. Like, I don't care you making sense. But down the line, you see, oh, shit, Snart would have said, that's what Snart would have done.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm liking about this series. Like you said, it's for an ensemble cast. They are doing a lot to round these characters out.
Yeah.
And for me, that's like what I look forward to the most.
Yeah.
As I watch the show, and of course trying to see what chick Sarah gonna pull. She pulled Guinevere last week.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Gideon didn't know Rip. She probably to pull her too.
Trying, she would have tried.
She would have tried. I'm like, yo, you know this ain't real, right? Sarah's like, I don't care. It's real in my mind.
Look, but I mean, overall, that's how I feel about the show. Again, solid.
Yeah.
I'm looking for it. What I said to you, we about to segue into Flash. Flash needs. I'm waiting for Flash to have a fucking bad season.
Oh yeah.
This is what 3 years now.
Yeah.
And
still,
I mean, y'all can't see me. I got my hands raised. Like, what the fuck? Like, every season has been solid.
Has been solid, and I know some people have said to me, why is it that every season Flash fights a speedster? Because
I said that to you.
Yeah, in the comics, Flash fights speedsters. That's just how it is. I mean, and you're like, you don't notice it because they don't play him up as much, but he has fought other villains that he fought in the comics. Captain Cold.
Yeah, Captain Cold.
Matter of fact, they did the Rogues. Like, they did his Rogues gallery.
Yeah,
like,
again, but that was that whole, what they would say, flavor of the week.
Yeah.
Villain of the week type of
but
thing.
that's what I'm saying. But, like, Captain Cold has never been, like, a real, like...
I always looked at it
like
go
ahead.
No, I'm saying you would look at like somebody like Two-Face or Penguin.
Exactly.
He goes off. He squares off against Batman. He's in Arkham for like a couple weeks or a couple months. Then he's back out on the street.
Exactly.
How the Joker. We can do this forever.
Exactly.
And that's how I always looked at Captain Cold. Like, example even with Young Justice, where they knock Captain Cold out in the middle of, the first thing of the episode.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see him again.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, I get what you're saying, but it was just. You said about the speedsters. It was like I asked that question because like I said, this. What you call Arrow? He's most of the time facing another Archer.
Yeah.
Flash, he's facing another speedster.
So, out of 5 seasons, he's fought 2 Archers. Arrow. Ra's al Ghul used swords. Deathstroke used swords. Damien Dark used magic.
But wasn't he? Malcolm popped up. What, 3 seasons now though?
But he was only he was only the main antagonist in season 1. Now in season 1 that was the Dark Archer. That's who he fought at the end when they were about to destroy the Glades. Yeah, that was his big bad. But then in season 2 was Deathstroke, and Deathstroke just beat your ass and fought with swords. And then same thing with Ra's al Ghul. He would just beat your ass and then apparently stab you in the chest with a sword. And then Damien Dark just used magic. But then I mean, I don't even know. Like, for one, it's like Ra's al Ghul isn't like an Arrow villain, so it's kind of weird.
I think that was them. I don't know. I kind of look at that. It was maybe one of those petty things.
Yeah.
Y'all going to take Deadshot and all these other characters.
Yeah.
Well, y'all not using Ra's.
Yeah, it was season 2 where they had the Suicide Squad and Arrow, wasn't it? Yeah.
So y'all gonna do that? Let us take Ra's al Ghul because I think he was shoehorned in. That's why I didn't like that scene.
Yeah. I like how he talked to you, like, because he sounded like Ra's al Ghul. He would talk to you like he's been alive forever. Yeah, he would school you in the ways of the world.
I mean, I didn't.
And he stabbed you in the chest.
I didn't like that Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
like you gotta, for all intents and purposes, you got like a Caucasian dude with 2 daughters who look.
Yeah.
They don't look like they could be his daughters.
Yeah.
Like, if you said Sarah was his daughter, oh, okay, I could believe that. But this dude, like, you look at Nissa and even look at Talia, they don't look like they could be his daughters.
But Nissa and Talia, like, they could be sisters. It's kind of funny.
Exactly. Yeah. So, again, that's what I'm saying. That's one of my issues with it.
Yeah.
Shit, if you, even with the movie version of Ra's al Ghul, he was a Caucasian man, but he had a Caucasian daughter.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So that's why for some reason I don't know why that's a continuity thing that probably fucks with me. Or maybe if we seen her mom. Maybe we seen their mom and their mom. And
they're okay, yeah.
Their mom, then they're like, okay.
You'd be like, all right, I get it.
Exactly. Like, okay, that explains a lot. You can see her mom for like 2 seconds. She gets stabbed and she's gone forever. But you look like your mother. Even Rachel can say it.
And she's gone forever.
You remind me so much of your mother. Oh, okay, all right. It's a little great for me. Say what you want. It's just, I don't know. That I looked at Talia when she showed up in Arrow like,
So,
But it was, I guess, the wish every man gets. Oh, glad she ain't got me. She don't look like me. That was my issue with that. But
Yeah.
as the segue into Flash.
Yeah, we'll continue on with Flash. So this episode was a big episode, and I don't want to geek out, but like Savitar's practical outfit is fucking amazing. The Flash has all the money out of all the CW shows. The Flash has all the money.
You would think it would need the most because
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, Legends could benefit from it, too, because they have a Speedster, they have Citizen Steel, and then they have Firestorm.
But their stuff don't look bad.
No, it doesn't look bad. I'm just saying, like, how much the Flash uses CGI.
Yeah.
That's all. But then it's just, my God, Savitar's practical outfit, the Reverse Flash outfit was made out of the same material as the Flash's outfit. Zoom's outfit was made out of the same material as Reverse Flash and Flash's outfit. This dude has a completely different outfit, and it looks so fucking cool. Like, the CGI version of him looked so kind of like cheesy to me. Yeah, it stuck out. You could definitely tell it was CG.
What was the last season? The Shark.
Yeah, when he fought King Shark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like that every time he fought Savitar. But when they put him in a practical suit, I'm just like, my goodness, I'm so glad you guys waited for this because that looks fantastic. Like, oh man, and the shot, before we even go into everything, but the shot of him standing in the alleyway, oh my goodness. I was like, that is terrifying. That looks way worse than Zoom.
I guess, I don't know. I mean, I saw it because I remember you texted me saying, oh, you got an actual suit now. Yeah. But then I looked at it, no offense, whatever. I wasn't all that impressed with it.
How were you not?
I just looked at it because it was one of those things. It looked to me like a better version of what you would have seen in Beetleborgs or something, but with better lighting and like the blue, like the light that you seen with Savitar's like around his neck and whatnot.
Yeah,
that looked good, but I wasn't in awe of it the way you were. It looked good, but I wasn't in awe of it.
You didn't like any of those shots of him standing out, and as he's walking down and like the shadows cast over him, you just see like the blue outline of his suit and his blue eyes. Like that is, I love picking those out in movies, and that's what I give a lot of credit to Batman versus Superman for, is those iconic scenes, like of Batman shooting a grapple hook and then a bolt of lightning comes down. And you're like, I see what you guys did there. It's like Rip Ray from a comic panel. Or when like Superman's like looking off into the distance and all the people are like reaching out to grab him. It's like they're like reaching out to touch God in their eyes anyway. I like stuff like that. And Savitar standing in that alleyway and you can only like see his eyes as he's like telling you like, she's going to die. This is going to happen. And you're not going to get Wally back. Like, he's gone. Like, I thought that was just a really, really good shot. And in a practical suit, it's just way better than CGI.
I understand. Again, but just for me, it just didn't.
It didn't do anything for you.
Nah.
Amazing.
Not at all.
Amazing.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Like,
well, you said it already. You said what you wanted to say.
It was, I think practically the suit, going from CGI to a suit works out better because you can actually, from an editing standpoint and everything, is so much easier knowing that the actor can grab Wally or can grab, Barry and do everything instead of you trying to figure out how to get that CGI to not look CGI as he grab a human person.
Yeah.
A real person. So, from a suit standpoint of going to it, I understand it practically and it makes sense. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'll go home and watch it again and look at it and see. But for me, it's just like, all right, well, they did something smart. now they could take the money they used for Savitar and put it to something else. Maybe a big, speed sequence in the.
Oh,
finale,
you're gonna get the 4 speedster fight square off against Savitar at the end of the season, and I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. It's gonna look so cool. Even if they just all run around a circle and just punch him one time and that's the end of the fight. I'm like, just make it look real good. Because I already know the budget time constraints. They're not gonna get like a 2-hour season finale like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. did that one year. It's just not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Not on the CW anyway. But so Savitar revealed his master plan, and once again, I don't know how they do it, but every season they fucking twist it some way. You're just like, God damn, I didn't really see that coming. Like, like with like last season with Jay Garrick, everybody thought he had some tie to like Earth 1, and it ended up being that wasn't the real Jay Garrick, because everybody would just figure, oh, Jay Garrick Zoom. That wasn't the real Jay Garrick. The real Jay Garrick is the doppelganger of Barry's dad. There's your twist there. And that Jay Garrick was fucking lying about everything, literally. Season 1 was fucking Harrison Wells, Eobard Thawne, and how he stole like Harrison Wells like image or whatever. Just took his body. And then in this season, apparently Savitar was always stuck in the Speed Force, and no one knew, and that's why only speedsters could see him. I thought that was pretty. That was real clever, because he's like, my future self put him in one place he knew that he could never get out, inside of the Speed Force. Why didn't I think of that? Because you're not your future self yet, Barry. So don't kick yourself. That you don't know these things yet. You don't know you can imprison people in the Speed Force. You use the fucking Star Labs. Speaking of which, they feed those motherfuckers. They still have people in there, don't they?
I assume they feed them.
I think the only person they killed was Turtle. But yeah, so pretty much he was stuck in the Speed Force, and he needed the Philosopher's Stone to be thrown into the Speed Force so he could get out.
Harry Potter.
And the Philosopher's Stone. And he needed that so he could get out. And everything was going according to plan, too. Like, he was going to get rid of the Philosopher's Stone and everything. It was going to get tossed into the Speed Force. But a piece of it had mysteriously disappeared. And come to find out, it was Caitlin Snow who took that piece of the Philosopher's Stone. So he concocted a plan. He's seen that Wally in Flashpoint had speed powers. So he figured he'd go to Wally, show him this, and see if he wanted speed powers again. Then he tricked Wallace into throwing the last piece of the Philosopher's Stone into the Speed Force, thus releasing him from his prison, but in turn taking Wallace in his place. And that did you like? What about that scene? Was that not?
That was the most powerful scene.
Okay.
The episode.
No, that was the most powerful scene of the episode.
That scene, I was.
No, I was in awe of the suit, but that was.
Yeah. Like, why are you trying to give me shit? Because I wasn't.
No, I had
the same cinematography.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying, did you like that?
That's not what
I. To Kirk Cousins.
Okay, I won't ask a question. I'll just keep rambling like it's a conversation. What the fuck?
Turning to Kirk Cousins. You like that? You like that? Well, football. Well, no, I don't think anybody that listens pay attention to football like that. Never mind. Disregard those last comments. But no, I get what you're saying. I'm fucking with you, bro. Just relax. We chilling, bro.
Well, go ahead. What did you think of it?
Nah, I mean,
I was pausing it because I felt I was going on too long.
No,
with the synopsis.
No, dog. Like, you go. But no, like I that scene, like laying out the whole plan and everything. I thought that was pretty good. I was more caught up with just you could hear the fear in Wally's voice
when he screamed, "Barry, help me!"
And then I've been a big fan of Jesse Martin since Law and Order, so every scene he's in, and you see how he's like, yo, that's my boy. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I can't lose my boy.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, man.
But did you see like his suit kind of like burned off of him, and it left a piece of his chest plate?
Yeah.
In that scene, a Joe just holding that,
That's
just
what
like
I'm
staring. Yeah, it is just staring off in the distance. I think it made it even more powerful that he was clutching the piece of his suit too. You know, he's just like looking off in the distance, like I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Like where is he? Like his avatar was stuck there for how long? Like does this mean like we may never see Wally again? Like
that's why I can't lose my boy. And if you think about it, he's still forming a relationship with Wally. He's basically just getting to know Wally. And then to lose him again, to lose him, that's hard, I imagine that would be fucking tough.
Yeah.
So
especially like not knowing you had a kid and developing a relationship, he becomes a superhero, everything's great, and then he's gone.
Like you're just learning, and it also, I guess they might explore this in the next couple episodes where Joe, he may start to blame himself, because remember when Wally started to get those powers, the reason why he didn't want him to have powers. Because he didn't want him to get hurt.
Yeah.
He didn't want him
to that was it.
Something like that. And kind of him giving his sign off or his blessing is now like, shit, if I would have stopped him from doing this, if I would have talked him out of doing this, I think Joe's probably going to take this the fucking hardest because of all those things and just him starting to form a relationship. He missed out on, let's Wally say, 19?
Yeah, dude,
missed out
pretty
on
much a grown man.
18 years of his life.
Yeah.
Because he's, only been in his life for probably about a year now.
Yeah.
So he missed out on 18 years. He has a son. He grew up with a daughter, and now, he has another son, this time from his loins, aside from just being Barry, surrogate pop. So it's like, I have a son. Now I don't know where my son is.
Yeah.
And like you said, him clutching that is just, I think that's going to play off. It's just, so many levels of emotions in that scene.
Yeah.
And that's why every time it gets real and Joe's in the scene, like I step back and like, yo, I'm not even paying attention to what this show is right now. I'm paying attention. This is a fucking acting lesson. Like if these dudes, Grant Gustin, whoever, if they could just watch and learn from him what he's doing, like the level of emotion he brings to any scene, is fucking amazing. And just like I think every professional actor gets over the, as they say, air quotes, absurdity of the situation. You got these dudes, speed dudes and all the powers, but when you get down to the core and the emotion of that scene, you see the actor come out, and oh my gosh, every time Joe gets a scene where it's something serious, it's amazing.
I just don't know how this show like gets into the feel section of you at least once a season. Like every season so far, like when Barry's dad died in season 2, I was just like, no, he's not gonna kill his fucking pop. Like the dude, he doesn't have a mom. He like was broken about that for an entire season and a half, and then come to find out he was still broken about that at the end of the second season. I'm like, damn, you really gonna kill a dude pop too? Like, are you serious? And they really did it. I'm like, bro, this is rough. Like, like to be such a happy show. Like, I was like, this dude goes through some shit. You would think he'd be walking around like Oliver by now. Like, like moping around like everyone talking like this in their super serious voice.
But that's Oliver's the only one who be fucking serious. You remember Thea? She had her shit, but she's to the point where she can chill.
Yeah.
Everybody knows how to chill. But fucking Oliver. Even when Diggle is out on his killing spree, he still know how to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah,
Wild Dog knows how to rein it in a little bit.
Yeah, he cracked jokes.
Yeah. Oliver is just the fucking TV Batman.
He is the TV Batman.
It's like, and it's so weird because even like when you see Bruce Wayne in Batman the Animated Series or whatever show, Bruce still has that jovial thing. He can still, he's better at putting on the mask to make it seem like he's happy.
Yeah.
You could look at Oliver even when he had a press conference and like, I don't want to fucking be here.
Yeah, he doesn't look happy at all.
He does not know how to fucking fake it.
No, not at all.
I guess that's PTSD, 5 years on a fucking island fighting for your life.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like you say, Barry still, he manages to
Yeah, he'll
I'm gonna
still
get married. I'm gonna get with this chick. Everybody getting in relationships. Oliver just sit in the corner like
he's just like I lost the girl I wanted to be with because someone forced me to do something that I didn't want to do. They told her that they forced me to do it, and she just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, right.
She's just like, fuck my feelings. That's pretty much what happened with them. But what you think about the fight between Barry and Savitar?
It was for me again. It's that 3-act sequence.
Yeah,
I feel like this is one of those low points. You know, Barry most of the time gets his ass whipped anyway.
but he lost the fight, but he didn't get his ass whipped.
I mean,
that's a first because he actually fought back. When he fought Reverse Flash,
he
didn't touch him. Zoom didn't touch him. Savitar actually punched him like twice, put him in a lock.
Yeah, that's because
and they got stabbed.
Two people that was already faster than you.
Yeah.
So like he Goku'd and leveled up a little bit. So like, oh, all right, I can hold my own, but I'm still going fucking. When I say he get his ass whipped, I meant he lost.
Okay,
he
all right.
Fucking stabbed in his chest.
Yeah.
And had to get that shit taken out with no drugs.
Man, they made that look like that shit. He just squirming like.
No drugs.
Yeah.
Like, I can't give you nothing. Your metabolism will burn it out. Like.
And like he's getting, and I like it too because like you can see he's getting smarter when he fights people.
Yeah.
Because as soon as he got stabbed, he's like, I gotta break this real quick, or else he might stab me again.
Yeah, and you see he's starting to use the phase hand, vibrating hand joint.
Oh man, that hand. Why is that like the speedster thing to do? Like every speedster is just like, don't fuck with me, and they start vibrating their hand.
Like, all right, Doug.
It's so many worse things they could do to you.
Hand strong as shit,
yeah.
Doug.
There's so many other things they could do. Like, man, it was funny because it was an episode of the Justice League, the old cartoon, where Lex Luthor had got his mind switched with Barry. I think it's Barry. It's Wally West in the Justice League cartoon, right?
No, I think it's Barry.
Barry Allen?
Yeah.
Okay, he got his mind switched with Barry Allen to the Flash. And, like, he automatically, he just started thinking of shit to do. So, like, you wouldn't think, like, okay, well, if he throws this cake at me, like, or this plate at me, what the fuck's actually going to happen? Well, if the Flash throws the plate at you, he's throwing that shit, like, 100 miles an hour. So, like, that's what he actually started doing.
Sorry, it's Wally.
It was Wally? Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured because he was like the Flash for like a long time in the comics. But like Lex Luthor, he just started doing some unorthodox shit. So like he seen there was a tray of like food on the table, and he starts picking up plates and he's hurling them at Justice League members, and it's just like fucking them up. Like little shit like that, you wouldn't think that would be like a thing that they could do. But yeah, if Barry Allen wanted to, he could take a baseball and throw it through you if he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't really have to do the phase hand all the time.
But that's the whole
it's just so funny.
Why I guess he do it. I always had my hands. I gotta find something to throw at your ass.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not Professor X. So I'm gonna just fucking get a coin and throw that shit through your fucking forehead.
That was Magneto.
Excuse me, Magneto. Sorry.
Professor X would never do something that violent.
He just fuck everybody up with his seizures.
Yes. He didn't do that on purpose. But I mean, I enjoyed the fight for that one reason that he didn't get his ass beat. He just got stabbed. So I mean, he still lost.
He got ran through. He got his ass.
He still lost, but he put up a fight. Like
that's like the nigga who blocking everything and just get that one good knockout shot on him. Well, he put up a fight.
He didn't even. Yeah, he got
his ass. He got knocked the fuck out. When he put up a fight.
It was so funny because like when he fought Zoom, like Zoom had his fucking number, and like Cisco was like piping, like, oh, he's about to thunderbolt him, and I'm like, oh, this ought to be awesome, and then Zoom just caught it and threw it back at him, and I was just like, and everyone's like, did you guys just see that? I'm like, none of you should have saw that. He just caught a bolt of lightning and threw it. No one should have seen that. No one. Like, it was slow for us so we could see what happened. But for you guys, it should have looked like a beam of light went forward, bounced back, and Barry blew up. That's what it should have looked like to you. Real quick. Like,
who knows what their monitors can do.
Right. I forgot it's Star Labs. They have anything that they need as long as the plot calls for it. But
that's everybody. Bruce Wayne has You know,
I know they write it in, but that's the same
copter,
shit. A bat copter,
shark repellent.
You gonna golden age Batman?
I'm just saying, if it calls for it, we can write it in.
He like, shit, Robin. That's the best knot I've ever seen. I better use my bat knot untying spray.
Pretty much
spray. But the shark,
glue,
repellent was real though. That's the funny thing.
You got super glue. Better use my bat acetone. Like, like,
and they came with like little like cans, like aerosol cans with the bat logo on it.
Did you peep how he? Did you ever see that scene?
Well, with the bat shark spray?
Yeah. When he was holding the shark himself while he was still trying to shake it.
I was like, get the fuck out of it. And like, how could you walk out the movie and just be like, did you see him when he was fending the shark off? Like, how could you say that?
It's the 60s. You gotta look through it through their eyes.
Oh shit!
You gotta look through their eyes. Like if you have one of your kids watch a show we watched as a kid, they're like, what the fuck was y'all watching? Like, you go back and watch Beast Wars now, and you're like, yo, that shit bad.
That animation did not hold up at all.
Like, yo, why are you watching Reboot again? Like, you need to cut that shit off. No.
I actually tried to watch an episode of Reboot like 2 years ago.
It's just horrible.
That looks like the worst shit I've ever seen in my life.
You can still watch the Luxor Ball short from Pixar before you can watch Reboot.
Oh my god, Reboot, that animation, like Sid the Science Kids animation is better than Reboot's.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. They kind of look similar too.
All of them do. Like, they got the same fucking company or something.
I know, that's so weird. But oh man, what else I want to say about the Flash? Oh jeez. Who do you think Savitar is? 'Cause I got no clue, but Savitar said that Barry was there when he's made, but he's not the reason he is who he is.
Maybe he's future.
What the fuck that means?
Maybe he's future Lucius Malfoy. I can't think of his name.
Julian.
Maybe he's future Julian.
It's not even. I was about to say, his name's Julian Malfoy. No, it's not. You almost caught me.
Draco Malfoy. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, that's my whole thing. Like, I don't know.
Maybe it's Julius from the future.
That's what I just said. Maybe it's the future version of him. But me personally, I'm like, this is one of the few times I'm not even going to sit here and try to fucking break it down and guess.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying the ride with this one.
Yeah. I always like...
Last year...
Oh, go ahead.
Last year it fucked me up.
Yeah, that was
I'm like, all right, he's the future, but he's not him. He's Earth 2, but no, he's the top. Like, I'm like, fuck it, I'm done. I'm cool. I'm cool. This is like trying to figure out the ending of fucking Inception. I'm good. I'm good.
It was pretty funny because you're like, oh my god, Zoom's Jay Garrick. But then if you remember that like random like 6th episode where he found his doppelganger and he said his name was Hunter Zolomon.
Yeah, like.
And you just like, that was a damn fucking giveaway. He told himself right there.
Like, isn't that fucking Zoom's real name?
Yeah, that's Zoom's real name. That's what I said. He told himself right there. Now, granted, some of the counterparts don't have the same name, like Jay Garrick and then Henry Allen. Like, they don't have the same name. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, at the end of the season, you find out, all right, well, that makes sense. But in his case, it was true. Like, Hunter Zolomon, it was just fucking Zoom. Like, they were the same person. That was really his doppelganger. It's so funny. But I like this season, I have absolutely no idea who Savitar could be. And if it's not Julian, I don't know. I'm somebody from the future. Have no fucking idea. But I think
I'm
that's...
sitting here trying to think.
I can't think of anybody else besides Julian.
And again, we try to go for shock factor or thinking like maybe that moment like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But it'd be fucked up. You went back and possessed your past self to create.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, what the fuck, though? Like...
But, you know, they go into the future. They get a taste of that Speed Force. They just don't give a fuck.
I understand. But I'm just saying, like, you think about, like, all right. It's like if Marty McFly went back in time to possess himself to do some other fucked up shit to make sure I'm born. You know.
Yeah.
It was weird. You know, I'm just thinking how weird that would probably be.
But I mean, look at Eobor Thawne. Like, the reason he's the Reverse Flash is because He got access to the Speed Force by recreating Barry Allen's experiment. Went into the future and saw he was a villain. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, wait, so you went to the... And then, but the thing is...
Wasn't that how Wally got his powers in the comics, too?
I forgot how Wally West got his powers. Because Wally West was Kid Flash, and then Flash disappeared, and then he became the Flash. Yeah, but I don't know how he got his powers beforehand. But while you're looking that up, that goes into my little piece about time. So like, Barry knows how Reverse Flash became Reverse Flash. He saw that in the future that he did not become the Flash. People didn't love him. He saw that he was a villain. Now, Barry would say, well, why didn't you just go back in time? You know, when you went back in time, why didn't you try to change the future? And this is what this whole season is about. It's before Barry was trying to change his past. Now he's trying to change the future. But what he has to understand is that the past is set in stone, and this is the reason why you shouldn't really fuck with it in like this universe. The past is set in stone. You fuck with the past, you can significantly alter the future, which he's already done.
Alter the future, right? Some shit like
well, no. See, and that's the problem. He can't. Now, you know Wally's outburst where he said that in the future, Iris didn't have her ring on, and you see in that last scene, Iris didn't have her ring on. So which is it? Why didn't Iris have her ring on? Was it because you two weren't engaged at that time, or was it because Wally went into the future, saw what happened, and came back and told Iris, and she decided to break off the engagement? Because now, once May 27th rolls around, Iris isn't going to have the ring on. So, what's the reasoning behind it? This is the...
That's was... I forgot what show, what movie it was. It's like, no matter what you do, the fucking future is always going to, you know, what was meant to happen is going to happen.
And that is the point that I was just about to make. That is the exact point I was just about to make. The reason he can't stop the future from happening is because you don't know how it happened. He looked at some stuff. He saw the gorillas attack on the city. He's seen that Iris didn't have a ring on. It said Killer Frost still at large, and then that one guy that they caught, Wally caught instead, right?
Yeah.
So he managed to change that news article, but the gorillas still attacked, right? And Iris still isn't gonna have her fucking ring on, and with people shunning Caitlyn because of that whole issue, who knows if she's gonna turn to Killer Frost? We have no idea right now, but that's the thing. Like now, once that incident happened, I'm like, okay, well now you have no idea whether or not like this future is set in stone or not. And it goes back to what Jay Garrick told him in like the second episode, where he's just like, I'm gonna go back in time and stop Flashpoint from happening. And Jay Garrick's like, yo, you just have to let shit happen. And like it's like he just doesn't fucking get that. You see the future, you can't change it. You have to let it happen.
But, I get, I can get it though. Like, I got this power. It can't be more than just, hey, I'm gonna stop this dude from doing that. I have to have the reason behind me having this power is me to do something greater than just what's happening now.
But he does.
I should be able to change certain aspects of the past.
He does, but by fucking with the past, he fucked up people's lives.
No, I understand that again, but it's one of those things again. It's like, how many times it happened to Peter Parker where he meant to do well, but
oh no, I'm not faulting him for doing wrong initially.
In this one,
yeah,
it was all fucking selfish.
Yeah, but that's my point. Yeah, right. But initially, I'm not faulting him. But how many more people would have to tell him not to fuck with time before he stops? Reverse Flash said it. Zoom said it. Fucking everyone else is saying it now. But yet, instead of going into the Speed Force and traveling through time to change time, he's just trying to change events. And I'm like, but how can you do that? The only real way you could stop Iris from dying is if you lived your life out up until the point where she died. She died, and you went back in time and changed shit. That's the only way you could absolutely stop that from happening. That's it. Because right now, the things that he's doing, from my eyes, is just going to lead him right into that whole situation where she fucking dies. Unless they get Wally out of the Speed Force, that's it. They're not going to kill her. They're going to figure out some way to save her. But, I don't know what else he can do right now to even prevent this from happening. Unless he himself gets faster. I don't know.
It's always the key, right? That's always the solution.
Well,
get faster.
That's a superpower. He's got to get faster to do everything. I don't know, but Flash, fucking excellent. It's good shit.
Yeah, it was like I said when I text you. When will this season? When will this show have a bad season?
I don't know. Maybe next season.
4, yeah, because
this season's shaping up to be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
At first, I thought it was and now it's just like nope. This is still a good Flash season.
That's the whole thing. I was on board from the start because Flash does a good job of balancing those, even the throwaway episodes of balancing that happy, like you say, the happy-go-lucky type of Wally and not Wally, Barry and the crazy shit that he's facing throughout the season. Even when you have a throwaway episode, there's still an underlying idea of something bigger is going on. What was it, Magenta?
Yeah.
That's the chick I was talking about, Joey King. That's
okay.
Magenta. But even with that, you seen there was a bigger thing going on because who was it? Alchemy.
Yeah.
And then you wondering who the fuck is running? Who is
you see
Alchemy string?
Yeah, you see how Alchemy's coming out, but Alchemy was making the villain of the week.
Yeah.
And that's how you had that overarching story. You're like, what the fuck is he doing? Who is this guy?
Exactly.
And then he alludes to someone else above him, and you're just like, all right, well, shit, I got to deal with the villain of the week, deal with you, but then who the fuck's your boss?
Yeah, while I'm fucking dealing with the villain of the week, you're making another fucking villain for me to deal with.
Yeah.
And all the while, it's to serve the greater purpose to get your big guy out who fucking created you. So you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's why I think so far, like my younger brother said, who was over here a couple weeks ago, Flash has been the best show since it came on.
Yeah.
Arrow has had, especially with this season, it's redeeming itself. But for the last, what's this, the third season? Yeah. For the last 3 seasons, Flash has been consistently topping the previous season.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why,
Arrow took the cake with season 2.
Yeah, they blew his load on season 2.
It did. Everything was, because season 2 was just the shit.
Yeah. That was. I wouldn't be surprised if season 2, if you move season 2 to season 6, and let's say that was the last season of Arrow, I wouldn't be upset because that would be a full circle arc.
Yeah.
Because Deathstroke's coming back. He thought you was done with this bull from the island.
Yeah.
Now he's back. He kills off everybody. I think that would have been a perfect
way to end.
Yeah, a perfect final season with that big showdown with all the enhanced soldiers. You got your squad
that was so
going
good.
at it.
That was so good.
Perfect series finale.
And the things that man did, it was funny because there were scenes where they're just in their little Arrow cave just talking, and they're just so we got to figure out how to track him down. Hello, Oliver. And you turn around, Deathstroke's just standing right there. You're like, what bitch? The fuck? And the first thing everyone does is die for weapons. That was so cool.
And that's why I said it would have been, because you saw. That's the reason why I think that season was so perfect. You saw Oliver break down. You saw him vulnerable. You saw him. You saw times where he thought he knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
And then the game still got changed on him.
Oh yeah.
And that for me, I still look at it as the perfect season, final season.
Yeah.
The show went on.
That would have been, yeah. And that was the last season.
That's the last season. You're like,
my
damn.
goodness. It would have been so good.
Because it tied up everything that happened in season 1.
Yeah.
And now, like, even as I talk about it now, I'm starting to think, did they think they were going to get a season 3? So that's why, like, fuck it, we're going to go balls out in season 2.
They said they didn't think they were going to go 5 seasons.
That's what I'm saying.
That's probably why they just went all out in season 2.
Because season 2 was fucking perfect.
Yo,
it was perfect.
Yo, he killed his mom.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. Like, now I'm like, oh, shit.
But like, how it happened? They were like in the limo, and then he fucking cuts it off, fucks up the limo, has them all 3 of them tied up, and he's just like, all right, Oliver, you're gonna pick who's gonna die tonight, and somebody is dying tonight.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh shit. I remember I was watching this shit at Camp McGregor in 2014, just like flipping the fuck out. I'm like, yo, he's not about to kill either one of these people, not right in front of him. And she's just like, don't worry, baby. And a sword just comes straight through her chest, and Oliver passes out. I was like, oh shit.
And that's why, again,
that shit.
That was low point. That was a big fucking low point. You can't top that low point unless you kill Thea or fucking
No, they said kill Laurel.
Felicity.
Yeah. It had to be Thea and Felicity.
Laurel, but that was an on-off relationship.
Yeah.
Where I personally, as much as they try to get over their past, that whole thing that happened with Sarah is still the fucking elephant in the room. Even though Sarah's out there doing her thing, it's still the fucking elephant in the room. But with Thea or Felicity, the feelings are still there with Felicity.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
Together.
Of course.
And then the feelings, then that's his sister. And knowing how she is and how she can fight. If you kill one of them two, that's the only way you're going to get
top that. Yeah, get that same level of emotion.
There's no,
because it was like she was in the entire first season, but that's his mom.
Yeah,
like he watched his dad shoot himself on a boat, and then had to watch a sword get driven through his mom's back through her chest. Like that is just. It's just like, damn, like, that's why I was, like, in such, like, shock when that happened. I'm like, oh, they're not going to kill either one of these guys. Like, they can't. Like.
Again, that's why I was like, when I saw, like, damn, like, shit. Like, y'all really going for broke this season.
I was like, this nigga mean business. If he told you, like, yo, someone is going to die tonight and you ain't getting out of here until someone's dead. Like, he means business. Like, you fucked this man all up in the head. Cause he's so ready.
But, again. Going back to Flash, like I'm waiting for that season that I could bash because I know they can recover. I've never seen a show
that went 3 consecutive seasons.
3 consecutive seasons without having like a dip.
Yeah.
Every season has gotten better, and it's like this is one of those shows where you see the character learning from previous
seasons,
previous adversaries. It's crazy.
That is crazy. Like, anything that he's learned, he's done in multiple seasons.
Exactly.
And he's tried, like, the whole Thunderbolt, Lightning Bolt thing. When he learned that in season 1, first thing he fucking did is he tried to do that shit to Zoom. First thing, right out the gate. That's good writing right there. That's good writing.
The thing is, you notice it doesn't take him
as long. Anymore. Yeah. Because he's like, I mastered this now.
I leveled up.
Yeah,
I know. Instead of having like a 30-second cooldown, I got at 10 seconds now.
And I like how it was like 2 seasons of just the Flash, and then when he gets the sidekick, he steps out of that mentee role, and then he's like a mentor. And he's like, now I'm going to show him how to do everything that I know how to do. Like, and that's fucking cool. While he's still learning shit, like that's fucking cool. That's just cool shit.
I don't know why, but I'm excited that looking at Wally, and they be like, yo, Wally, you're better. You're faster than Barry was at this time.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, how the fuck you keep getting faster?
Man, my dream, man, I want him to do it. See, like, not a whole season. I know that's a bit much, but maybe pull a Rip Hunter. And, like, the Flash vanishes, Wally West steps up, and he's the Flash. For a couple episodes.
Here you go. What's going to happen. End of the season, Flash is going to put Savitar back into the Speed Force, but Savitar may take him with him if Wally comes out.
And Wally will
step up
and be the. Hey, look, man.
I think it's going to be Wally and Jesse.
Exactly. You can do that 3 episodes, 4 episodes, and then Barry comes crawling out of the Speed Force if you want. You know what I'm saying? You can just have a time lapse. Say, hey, this amount of time has passed since Barry was pulled into the Speed Force. Yeah. You know, Wally West has stepped up as the Flash and shit like that. I think that would be cool to do.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things where they're fighting crime, but like you said, 2-3 episodes, but they're figuring out how to get him out of the Speed Force. And at the same time, you don't have to write Grant Gustin out. You're actually giving the fans a idea of what it's like in the Speed Force and what he's going through, how it affects him mentally and everything.
Yeah, they could. I think that would be pretty fucking dope.
So
and then you got conflict right there for the rest of the season. When he comes back, you know, Wally's like, all right, you know, you're the Flash again. Maybe Barry Strode would taking up the mantle again, and then fucking it's like if
Wally struggles with.
Going back to the sidekick.
Going back to being Kid Flash.
Exactly.
I'm no longer Kid Flash.
Yeah, like, no, I'm just the Flash. Like, I put the suit back on, but I'm still just the Flash. Like,
first episode kickoff with Wally doing the intro.
I'm telling you.
I'm the Flash. Like, oh, shit.
Be like fucking three years ago while fighting Savitar, Barry was pulled into the Speed Force.
Yeah.
And I stepped up to take his place. I am the fastest man alive. I am the Flash. Yo, that would be so fucking hot. That'd be so hot. You could open with a nice little shot of him stopping some fucking bank robbers, and then him doing his little lightning bolt in the ground and running away.
Yeah, I think, and the thing is, he captures the playfulness of Wally.
Yeah,
like, you know, not taking it
too serious.
Like, I'm fast. So what the fuck, y'all? Like you said, like Savitar said, he has ego.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's why I picked him.
You know. Again, that's what happened. You picked the fucking 19, 20-year-old kid and gave him basically the world.
Yeah, you did. You gave him the fucking world. And took it away from him.
Show me what you can do. You gonna do good?
Yeah.
Or you gonna serve people, but still, like, he took pictures with the fucking cheerleaders. Like, yo, look, I'm here.
I know. I would have did it too, though. Like, hey, look, Kid Flash.
Look, man.
I think we about to talk Flash to death.
I mean, look, it's been the best fucking show since it premiered. So, I mean, it deserves it.
Yeah.
You know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. hasn't been on, you know, isn't going to be on for like another
April 4th.
Yeah, another month, so.
Yeah,
and
fuck.
I speak just a little bit of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I hope they're going to have this be this is their outline now. Like 3 arcs.
Oh yeah, dude, like 3 arcs. That worked out so well.
You know, you had Ghost Rider, but you kind of planted the LMDs
in the Ghost Rider
joint.
It worked out so well.
Yeah.
That was such good storytelling, man.
This was a good season. This has been a good season with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
And it's like they knew what like some of their shortcomings were. Like I said, I think like the past seasons have started off like extremely slow. Like the episodes were interesting, but it took a while to get to the point.
Slow burn.
Yeah,
it's just like cooking fucking ribs in the morning, dog. You just
my goodness, just let them simmer.
6 a.m.
Yeah,
you ain't coming off till 6 p.m. Like, God damn, yo.
But I mean, I've always liked the seasons because I'm watching it. I know it's slow. Some of this stuff seems like it has nothing to do with anything. But I guarantee you, mid-season it's gonna pay off. And it does. And it did every fucking season. Every fucking season, it paid off.
First season wasn't even mid-season.
No, yeah, that wasn't mid-season, was it?
It wasn't mid-season because as soon as
Winter Soldier, right?
Yeah, you can say it's mid-season. It was April.
Oh yeah, it was April.
4th. Yeah, like they did try to shoehorn Thor,
but they were
Dark World.
Yeah, but they were alluding to something was going on
in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Within S.H.I.E.L.D. They were alluding to it, and I like how they came to that conclusion. Man, that's the best. When they decrypted the message and it said "Hail Hydra," and they like get Fury on the line, she's like, he's not answering, and it cut straight to the clip of the Winter Soldier.
The fucked up part is they don't do that on I don't think they do that on Netflix.
Nah, because I think that was a commercial, wasn't it? Or like
put Fury in the line, but remember they was advertising, hey, we have a clip.
You're right. It was a special
Soldier
movie.
Right. So as soon as I get Fury in the line, it
just cut to the clip. Yeah.
And then at the end of that clip, it said Winter Soldier out Friday or some shit.
Yeah. But man,
you get that on Netflix.
Man, but
that was splice that yourself.
That was fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And when I seen that shit, when that happened, I was like, oh shit. That's the only thing you could say was oh shit at that point.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you could say. Like, yo, I seen this clip already, but like, or in like a trailer, but now it makes fucking sense that all this is happening.
Yeah.
And it tied everything in. And then having Nick Fury at the end of season 1 was fucking great too.
Yeah, but you, the camera, if you see how it was spliced. Like the scene when Nick saved him.
Oh, it saved Fitz and Simmons, wasn't it?
I thought he saved Coulson.
I thought he pulled Fitz and Simmons out the water when Ward dropped them out the helicopter.
I'm talking about it was like at the end where he had the gun and he showed up and everything.
Oh, yeah.
That was like his last appearance.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
And, you know, you could see it was just basically one of those things where he was there and they spliced his footage in. Like, if you watch it again, they kind of like, it was one of those things where he's on set, let's say in London doing something else.
Yeah.
And Coulson is on set here. And if you watch it, they kind of spliced it together because it was like.
They didn't stand next to each other at all?
I don't think so.
I thought they'd have got him for just that one scene, though. But I know the helicopter scene, I know he wasn't on set for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
The only time I think they were on set together was at the end of the first episode.
Oh, they definitely were.
Yeah, basically, I swear if that was rated R, like, I take this fucking ship away from you and you fucking up.
That definitely was. He was in full Fury uniform, too, for that one.
He was ready to give you, he's about to give you the fucking business.
Yeah. I was like, that's some cool shit. They have had a cameos. Well, they had Kobe Smulders in season 2? Was it when she was working for Stark?
It was season 2, and I think
she came back twice? Season 2 and 3?
She was on the wasn't she on like the intercom for before what you call 'em? Wasn't she on like the intercom before Age of Ultron?
Yes, yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, she had a couple. I know what you're talking about, that episode where she was actually
in the episode.
Yeah, she was working for Stark. Oh, so you working for Stark now?
Yeah, and it's so funny because like,
but you remember at the end of Winter Soldier, so it had to be in season 2.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Season 1? What season was it that Winter Soldier came
season
out?
1?
Was it season 1?
Mm-hmm.
So I think she was in season 1.
Yeah, because
remember
the show premiered in September 2013.
Yeah.
And Winter Soldier came out April 2014.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, because I think a couple weeks after that episode, because they showed her working for Stark. Because remember, at the end of Winter Soldier, she's taking a polygraph to work at Stark Industries.
Right? Yeah, that was true. Yeah,
like,
because Shield was gone at that point.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool carryover to like.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the fuck you doing now?
Yeah, I mean, I do wish they would at least acknowledge like Shield being back in business. I said that before. I was like, that's a big fucking deal, especially after all that shit that went down with Hydra, and it seemed like Hydra coming back for this last arc.
But you got what movies you got next?
There's no real movie to do it in. I mean, I'm not saying make it a big thing, but like put it on TV or some shit. Shield take
Doctor Strange. Maybe it's on there.
Just a news report. Shield is taking down another fucking facility, the Mad Dog or whatever the fuck that group was. Watch Dogs. Targeting the Inhumans, like something like that. Because I'm like, I mean, I know you guys want to try to like keep them separate, but it's like, then if you want to keep them separate, then you got to keep them all the way separate. So no more time in the movies, because like that shit doesn't make sense. Because Agents of Shield does shit that is like Shield going public that would impact the Marvel universe.
I was about to say,
on a lower level, of course.
Have they done much to like play off the movies as of late?
The Sokovia Accords.
They mentioned that, but I'm saying like they mentioned it like in passing now. But,
twice.
Yeah, I'm just saying like previous seasons before they said they wanted to separate them. You seen directly how Shield was affected by what happened in the movies. Example, Winter Soldier, and when they had the staff from Thor.
Yeah, well, right as of late, they haven't really done anything in the movies
the
that would.
Asgardian chick coming down in the
Lady Sif.
No, not just her. I know.
Oh, you talking about the other one too? I know. Yeah. Didn't Sif come down and fight her too?
Yeah. Sif came down to take care of that.
Yeah. But I know what you're talking about. But like, what's happened in the movies recently hasn't had that big of an impact because a lot of that stuff was like of a higher level. Because like the Sokovia Accords, ultimately, that's just a fucking document.
It's legislation.
Yeah, so it's just like all they can really do is say, "Hey, Coulson, you gotta register your fucking Daisy." You know what I'm saying? She has powers, and any other Inhuman you have on your Secret Warriors team, you gotta have them registered. I mean, ultimately, it will boil down to that. The superheroes fighting really wouldn't have much of an impact on them.
No, I understand. I'm just saying, it's like the shit that happened with Doctor Strange, because they did they were like manipulating shit outside of the fucking
But they were in the.
No, sometimes the bad guys was doing it outside of the mirror shit too.
Well, they were, but that specific scene that you're talking about in New York, they were in the mirror dimension, and that's when Doctor Strange found out they got stronger in the mirror dimension, and that's when the fucking chick came to save him. No,
I know that scene.
Yeah,
I know that scene.
But that ending scene was done in a different country. That was in like China or some shit, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that would be on fucking that would.
That's going to be just like them mentioning what happened in Sokovia.
Yeah,
how they just mentioned it in passing.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
that was some shit that people could have seen. The mirror dimension shit in New York, sure, but also you can't fucking forget that you just saw a lady literally pop out of nowhere onto fucking concrete. She
fell from so high. I don't think anybody's seen where she fell from.
I mean, Doug, the awning. That's basically like when she fell. It was like she was level with the awning of the building and just hit the ground. And everybody was like, holy shit.
I understand that, but a person dying in New York, even if it's strange, that wouldn't impact Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like Winter Soldier, they had to play up Winter Soldier and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because it's called Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's what I'm saying. And then like with Sokovia, they just mentioned that in passing. And then like the Sokovia Accords, they mentioned that in passing because none of that stuff had a big enough impact in any of the show. Like the movies as of late, just what they've been doing, nothing has had that significant impact in S.H.I.E.L.D. The only thing I'm saying is that S.H.I.E.L.D. coming out and going public should ring a bell in Steve Rogers' head because of what already happened in 2014 with S.H.I.E.L.D. and the whole Hydra thing.
But we discussed that.
Yeah.
There's still, but
right now,
this dude's on the fucking run from
the
government.
Now he's on the run from the government. I understand. Like I said, I understand it. That's what I'm saying. Like he don't have to go out and go find Coulson or go find S.H.I.E.L.D. All I'm saying is just put it on the TV screen. Just like on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., how it's just all done like, you know, you get the general saying, God damn it, Coulson, it's the Sokovia Accords. And that's like all you really hear about it. Just him fucking sitting there watching TV, and it's just like S.H.I.E.L.D. took down and he just flips the channel or some shit like that because he doesn't want to fucking hear anything right now because he's on a run. Anything like that. That's all I'm saying. Just something small. That's a big deal, S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back. It's a big fucking deal. And they play it up like that on the TV show. Like, yo, this is a big deal. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. coming back, like going public. They made it a big deal. That's all I'm saying. You know, I want Coulson back in the movies, but if I don't get it, it's fine. I'm okay. I'll be all right. I'll just go sit in the corner and cry. Hey. I just want my shared TV and cinematic universe so bad, like they promised. But anyway. So you watched Assassin's Creed this weekend.
Yeah, I probably might get drunk and watch it again.
You put, and I quote, the best video game movie adaptation.
I know the bar isn't high, but it still stands true.
No, you might be right. I haven't seen it, so I can't say shit.
I'm saying, like, think of all the video game movies that came out.
I mean,
based on video games. Don't say Wreck-It Ralph.
No,
Wreck-It Ralph was fantastic.
See, that's the thing. I wasn't going to use Wreck-It Ralph or Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Cause you can't. They're not based off of a video game. They're based off of, like, the video game genre. It's a big difference.
Scott Pilgrim was a comic book, was a graphic novel first. Then it became...
But it was influenced. It was influenced, even a graphic novel, by video games. Yeah,
intertwined that.
Same thing with Wreck-It Ralph. It was... Like, that wasn't a real video game before the movie.
Yeah.
And it had real video games in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I was basing it against stuff that was licensed because Assassin's Creed is a licensed movie. Yeah. So I was just thinking about that movie going up against Resident Evil. Mortal Kombat or...
Does Capcom have direct input with the Resident Evil movies?
No, but it's still a licensed product. They still have to go through Capcom to use the name.
Soft.
No, I know Ubisoft. They started a production company. I know that.
They produced this,
but like I can't make a movie and call it Resident Evil without going through Capcom.
No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah. It's
saying, like,
just like Assassin's Creed is a licensed product of Ubisoft, even though they do have their own movie production studio. Because if you put them, if you try to put it in that category, then Assassin's Creed wouldn't go up against any other video game movie.
It's just semantics. That's like you saying it was licensed. I'm just saying like video games genre in general. Doom, Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil. Fucking what else was out there? Mortal Kombat.
They did House of the Dead.
Super Mario. Assassin's Creed is the best fucking movie out of that genre. Poor
Bob Hoskins.
It's the best fucking movie.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I heard it didn't do well at all. Critically or financially, I heard it didn't do too well.
See, that's where it got mixed reviews because if you liked the game.
Mm-hmm.
You were fucking satisfied with it. And I was beyond satisfied. As I was watching the movie, I'm like, please, please, please make a part 2. And they're saying that they're in the works to say this has the potential to make a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling a friend of mine that even if they do make a franchise, you're not getting Michael Fassbender back or Marion Cotillard back. You're not.
Why?
The movie didn't do well, and again in Hollywood, you're not going to have your name attached to garbage twice.
Well, how well did how well did Prometheus do? Did that do well? Because he's back for Alien Covenant.
I think that was a signed contract where you were on for multiple movies.
Really? Because I mean, they didn't even know if that sequel was even happening though.
But you can. It's one of those like prospective contracts where you can get signed on, saying, "All right, if we get in more movies of this, you're on board."
Yeah,
almost how they do with everybody who signs on with Marvel.
Well, you're doing that movie.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, nobody, unless you're a villain, you don't sign on for one movie. You sign on for multiple movies.
Certain villains sign on for multiple ones. Well, one.
Well, Loki wasn't even supposed to be in part 2 like that. They extended the shit because they liked his character. Tom Hiddleston was the shit.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and he's back for another one. But anyway, but continue with the Assassin's Creed.
So I'm saying, like, you think about it, Marion Cotillard is a Oscar nominated and winning actress, and I think this was kind of out of her realm. Like, not necessarily out of her realm, but this is, if you watched her movies and if you're a fan of her like I am, this isn't a movie that you would normally catch her doing. So for her to, I guess, take this risk and do this movie and then it not perform well, it's like, yo, unless she, I don't know what's going on in her head, but unless she really liked the movie and has faith that it can do well a second time around, I don't think they're going to make another one. Like, I think one of the reasons why she got caught on, why she signed on to the movie is because the connection that the movie had with Macbeth, what she just did with Michael Fassbender and the director of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So she's like, I guess I had a good time working with them. I like how they work. All right, let me try this movie. And for all intents and purposes, I thought it was fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, there's a scene that they about to get burned at the stake. They somehow make them, they escape, break out their chains, and go on a run. And it is, like, straight up taken out of the fucking game. Like, the whole chase sequence, when you got guards chasing him, you get to a corridor, you fight a couple guards, you climb up another fucking, to a roof or something, knock a couple guards off, you running. It's like a straight up escape sequence that you would play in any Assassin's Creed game. And they done it very well. It didn't look cheesy or shoehorned in. You know how certain aspects of a video game get shoehorned into the movie,
like the first person view for Doom.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was about to say. Like,
I was like, what the fuck?
Like, you watching it, like, I'm waiting for that shit to happen, and when it happened, you're like,
But the thing is, I wasn't even waiting for that. That was fucking random.
I was waiting for it to happen because, like,
that's
what Doom was fucking
I know, but
known for.
I don't know.
And then when they did it, you was like, oh, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, you're like, what the?
You really did shoehorn it in. But with this, everything from the game wasn't shoehorned in. It fit with the narrative that they was telling.
Yeah.
And even the fucking what was another part that they got me?
What about the swan dive?
Huh?
What about the swan dive?
Oh, they had that.
I know. I know.
Only part with that kind of bugged me was like, oh, he did the leap of faith. Like, you don't have to say that shit. You didn't have to say it.
Yeah.
But, seeing him do it, it's like, oh, snap. But the way the movie was done, it was, like, as an Assassin's Creed fan, the shit was fucking spectacular. It was like a mixture of Assassin's Creed 1 and Brotherhood. Because, again, this was... You had the Brotherhood of the Assassins.
Mm-hmm.
They were like at the beginning, and then there was kind of like when you went to Abstergo, they had other people that they were trying to get memories to get eaten, but they were past assassins as well.
So they actually were looking for like that apple.
Yeah. The reason why they got Michael Fassbender character was because his ancestor was the last one with it.
Wow.
So that's why they like. Again, it was everything that they had in the game, but it was an original story, but it was still like elements of part 1 and Brotherhood. And when I say Brotherhood, it was the fact that he had other assassins running with him.
Yeah.
Because did you play Assassin's Creed 2?
Yes.
Or Brotherhood?
I played just about all of them. I only beat like 2 or 3 of them now.
Oh, see. But you get what I'm saying with the Brotherhood, where you was able to call in those other motherfuckers to help you out.
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like Unity. You had other, but they were human-controlled assassins in Unity.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what
yeah, I know. Brotherhood was like more like recruiting assassins, right?
Yeah, it was recruiting assassins. I thought, again, everybody will tell you, Assassin's Creed 2, that whole Ezio trilogy was probably the peak of Assassin's Creed. And
yeah, well, I mean, people say Syndicate was really good too, but I
haven't played that yet.
I haven't played
for
it.
The price to drop.
How much further? It's been out for what, 2 years now?
I buy all my games digitally, so
right.
You go online, it's still fucking
50 or 60.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck out of here.
Yeah, fuck that.
I digress.
No, please continue.
With the with the movie, it received mixed reviews just mainly because if you were a fan of the game, you thought the shit was good, but as a reviewer just coming in, you like, yo, what the fuck? This doesn't make too much sense. Yeah. But again, I'm not sure if Michael Fassbender. I don't know if he put up his money, but he said he was the executive producer. So it's like, does he want to come back? The director said what he thought he would want to do in the future with the series, but again, I fucking love the movie. As a fan of the series, you seen issues with it, but it was actually pretty fucking.
I mean, nothing's without fault, so
yeah. Like even on IMDb, I'm trying to pull up. It's standing at a 6.2.
That's not that bad, especially for a video game adaptation.
Exactly.
Those are much lower.
And I tell everybody, and everybody keeps saying the bar isn't set high with video game movies, but the amount of production and the people that they had in it's kind of like how you think about it. Mila Jovovich, she's a big actress, but is she Michael Fassbender and Marion Cotillard big?
Well, the Resident Evil movies made a lot of money though. They just weren't good movies. It's like Michael Bay and Transformers. People are like, why do you keep letting him make these movies? Because they keep making money.
No,
once the money dips off,
I'm just saying from
then I kick him to the curb. You know what I'm saying? But are you saying, mate, those guys have a little bit more class than someone that's like Michael Bay? Because he knows his movies are shit, but they make a bunch of money. So he's just like, I'll just keep making mindless action movies and make my money. Yeah. Even if it is trampling over fucking something that people hold near and dear to them from their childhood. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I get what you're saying on that one.
And that, that's if you, I really urge you to watch it, because if you look at the cast,
is it on Vudu?
Huh?
It's on Vudu.
Yeah.
All right.
I bought it. What was it? Probably Thursday or something.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, you buy it. If you buy it on Vudu, you still get the actual disc. We'll mail it to you when the movie comes out. It's like, all right, well, fuck it. I'll do it that way then. And I get a T-shirt. So, again, I urge you to watch it. You know, if you're a fan of the series.
I enjoy Assassin's Creed games.
I think you'll enjoy it because it still holds the core of what Assassin's Creed is without going into that other alien race or whatever, the people that came before.
Oh, the actual storyline for Assassin's Creed that no one remembers because it's just gone. Like now you just play Assassin's Creed games just to play as an assassin.
Because I think after part 3, you was like, yo.
Well, yeah, part 4, because everybody from part 3 minus Desmond was in 4.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but Desmond died in part 3.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, like, part 4 where you was at a game, you was working at it. Abstergo. Gaming, like, who's making the game.
Yeah, you were doing the same thing. Yeah. They were still looking for everything from the past Assassin's Creed games, and the entire cast shows up in Abstergo in one form or another.
Yeah.
And you find out, you find out that why they're there. Yeah. As soon as you see them, you're like, oh, I know why you're here.
Yeah, that's where I kind of started to get frustrated with Assassin's Creed the games, but.
Yeah, like my problems with Assassin's Creed the game could never flow over into the movies. Yeah. It's like building these gigantic open worlds and then putting them with a lot of meaningless shit to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
another thing about the movie I thought was pretty cool was like all the dialogue in the past is actually done in fucking Spanish. Like it takes place, I think, around the Inquisition.
Yeah.
So it's all, all Aguilar's, which is his ancestor's name, all his stuff is done in Spanish.
Yeah.
They're in Spain. I mean, sure, in the video game, they said we have a built-in translator. That's why you were able to, understand what the languages, what they were saying.
Yeah.
But in this, the director was like, this adds more, this actually adds substance to what's going on. He's in that. He's going back to his ancestors' blood, so this was going on. He knows, this is the language that was spoken.
Yeah. All right. So I've pulled up a list of some video game movies. I'm going to pick out a couple. And I want to know, if you've seen it, which do you think is better?
Warcraft sucked.
That's the first one. That's the first one I was going to say. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to pick out a few. I'm not going to go through all of them. Street Fighter, 1994.
That's with Raul Julia?
Yeah, Rob Van Dam. Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Rob Van Dam. The whole effing show. Come on.
Oops. Nah.
Come on.
Listen. Like I said, I'm going to pick out. Some of them weren't going to be that good.
The
thing
about that was Raul Julia, and I don't know how they roped him into that.
You tell me, they had a lot of people in that movie.
They had Kylie Minogue. That was Cammy.
You're right. That fucking Chun-Li, man. That's Melinda May.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. 2015's Hitman Agent 47.
I fell asleep on it.
Yeah, that shit was probably boring. Here's a good one. I actually like this one. I'm not saying it's good though, but I liked it. 2008's Max Payne.
That was Mark Wahlberg?
Oh yeah.
Fuck that movie. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know how Mark Wahlberg be getting in these certain roles. Like I
don't know.
For some reason, I always pictured like just from the even Max Payne, like 1 and 2 case, like Thomas Jane.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, Thomas Jane.
Or even Aaron Eckhart, but I can't picture Mark Wahlberg.
Oh. This was a thing. 1999, Wing Commander. Did you see that movie?
Come on, dog. I don't know.
Listen, dude. This list.
Wing Commander. Is that with Freddie Prinze Jr. and what you call?
Yes.
What you call Lillard?
I can see both of them on the front cover.
Yeah. No.
No.
I remember that shit, and I was like, I want to watch this. Even as a kid, 1999, so I was about 13.
Yeah,
I'm watching because I was a fan of Freddie Prinze Jr. I like Matthew.
Who wasn't at that time?
Yeah,
both Matthew of those guys
and fucking Scream and shit.
Yeah,
and watch this. I got probably 20 minutes in. I was like, what the fuck? It was on HBO. I remember I was at my grandma's house down in North Philly. It sounds weird saying that, but I was in North Philly down my grandma's house watching this shit like, oh, I'm going to go outside and play basketball. Fuck this shit. Like, I rarely leave a movie in the middle of it. I stopped in there. I'm like, what the fuck is this? This looks bad.
I didn't even know that shit existed. I kind of want to watch it now.
Now that you mentioned it, that's why I just remember. It was bad.
I like how it took a second to click. You were like, wait a minute, that's the shit with Freddie Prinze Jr.
Hey, yo, that was one of the joints.
And then right there.
That was like the start of the descent. You know, you like at the top of the roller coaster with his career, and then like, oh shit.
Yeah.
He had Wing Commander, then he had Summer Catch, which I love to watch.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good movie. But that was another movie with Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr. in it. But please continue your list.
Here we go. Another Ubisoft movie.
Blood Rain?
Oh, fuck no. The Prince of Persia.
Oh. If I can I'm going to text my younger brother. We are an hour and 45 minutes in. We're talking about The Prince of Persia. And I'm going to say that movie is fucking awesome just for one random part.
One random part will make the whole movie.
It was fucking hilarious. No, 2 parts. One is when you see Jake Gyllenhaal running, he does a flip, and when he lands, you see he got like a pair of Nike joints on. Like, oh shit, they made Nikes?
My man got Nike sandals on?
No, he had like a straight pair of Nike Air Maxes or some shit on. Like, damn, dog, he parkouring in some Nikes. There's all that cushion. Like, yo, his knees ain't feel none of that jump. But in the other part, is a lot of you not gonna call my brother now. Ben Kingsley, near the end, when he finally got the dagger. Mm-hmm. He walking and the guards got him. Ben Kingsley walks off and just out of nowhere, yes! Oh my god.
Oh
yes,
man!
Like, what the fuck was that about? Like, yo, he said yes to kill him. The bull pumped his fist. It was like the end of fucking Breakfast Club. I was like, yes.
Holy shit!
And with that, I was like, yo, I will watch this movie again.
Well, like I said, I was leaving out movies like Wreck-It Ralph and Tron because those were movies and then turned into video games or based loosely off of the video game culture. So. What's that? 1994's Double Dragon.
Oh, with Mark Dacascos.
Yeah. For might, for right. We are Double Dragon. And they never say it once.
That movie was so bad because you remember when the bull turned in like the monster or some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yo, this joint is bad.
That shit was bad.
Yo,
I don't know what the fuck they was thinking.
The bull looked like Wishmaster. That's how bad it was.
Yo, what was his name? Like his real name? I'm about to look.
I don't know.
I got it. I got Double Dragon right here. So, fucking with Billy and Jimmy Lee. That shit got an 8% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Real name? We got the Iron Chef, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mark Dacascos or Mark.
Yes.
What is it?
Yeah, the Casas.
Yeah.
Some shit like the Casas.
Yeah, that's the Iron Chef, dog. I mean, that's the.
Oh
dude.
shit! They drug poor Alyssa Milano in this. What the fuck?
It was after Who's the Boss. Now she making that bread, making football gear. She got a ship named after her.
Man, that's crazy. That movie was fucking awful. I remember
like you said, Ubisoft. I thought you was gonna say wasn't Blood Rain?
Oh, both Blood Rains are on this list.
I'm saying, but wasn't that an Ubisoft game?
Idols, I think. Idols, maybe. Not too sure.
Well, I don't like the director, Yul Boll. I think that's how you say his name.
Yeah.
That dude's a fucking asshole.
Oh, you know what? I think this might beat. The only thing that might beat that movie is an animated movie, Street Fighter 2, the animated movie. I think that's the only thing that would come close.
It was close. That was good. That was the joint where Chung Lee did the fucking spin on Vega's face.
Yeah.
Like she stood on his face and just spun
around.
Like, oh, my face.
This is like the only. That's sad. Like it's the cartoons. The only thing that can get close.
Yeah, because I think isn't there an animated Tekken movie? I think was actually.
There's a live action Tekken movie. Did you see that?
Horrible.
See Eddie in that shit? He was pretty good.
Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it. I didn't watch the second one. This is the second one on Hulu.
One, yeah, only watched the first one. The best part about that was butt cleavage, I guess.
Yeah.
Again, but who comes up with butt cleavage?
Hey.
Like, we gonna have her, we have her chest covered up, but we gonna show the crack of her ass.
Oh,
like,
man.
That's not practical.
All right, I'm going to ask two more here. 2006's DOA, Dead or Alive. Did you see that?
I don't even know who was in that.
No one I know. I don't think, anyway. Let me see.
Who did they say?
Let me pull up the list here. I actually got a 34% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, that's the fucking fighting game movie?
Yeah.
With, Devin Aoki in it.
Yes. Devin Aoki. Yes. No, you didn't like that either. And you watched a lot of movies. I can't believe you watched some of these.
I didn't watch it. It was one of those ones like it popped up. Like, oh, she's in it. I might no. I can't.
Hey, you see how fucking horrible it is?
Yeah, like I can't. I couldn't pull myself to watch it.
All right, last one here. Super Mario Brothers.
I will watch. It was horrible, but I would still watch it whenever it come on.
Really?
Yeah, I thought that fucking movie was hilarious. No matter how much they fucked up Yoshi, who's my favorite character.
Poor Bob Hoskins.
Well, they was drunk during that movie, so I don't say poor them.
I heard. I heard they were just fucking drunk.
Like, look.
Like, and I can't. And, this is why Nintendo has never licensed out another product for a live action movie. Yo, my goodness! And did you see
that's the whole thing? A lot of Nintendo, unless you want to try to do a Zelda movie
or Metroid, that will work. Super Mario Brothers would take a special eye to do a live action Super Mario Brothers movie because of the nature of the game. Like
absurdity, yeah.
It's just so. Yeah, absurd. Like, there's no way you could do that. Like,
it's kind of hard.
You would have to play into itself. You would have to.
It's kind of hard to turn a platformer into a...
Well, I mean, you got the 3D Marios, like Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World and 64.
But aren't they still at heart
platformers? Technically, yeah. They're still platformers.
Like sandbox games or whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, they do have one sandbox game and another one coming out, Super Mario Sunshine. Hey,
is that the thing you ran around with a water gun?
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Marios.
I think you have a better chance of making a Luigi's Mansion game, movie.
I think it wasn't out at the time, but I think that's something they should focus on. A Luigi's Mansion movie could definitely work.
Yeah, but you already seen it with Ghostbusters.
Well, no, let's be different. It'd be Luigi.
I understand.
And he'd be scared as shit while he's humming.
Mario.
Yeah, I love that shit, man. I love Luigi's Mansion. I gotta finish it on the 3DS.
The way they gotta play it up is they gotta play it up with the boy who be giving them advice, like the Professor Boy.
Oh yeah,
Egad. Like, what the hell what are you saying?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, dude.
That shit is so
you
funny.
Think you're saying something, all I'm hearing clicks and beats.
Yeah. Like, they're gonna play to that.
That'd be their big, their big payoff right there in the beginning. Like, oh shit! All right, now the movie's downhill.
Yeah, there were some other ones on here that I didn't bother mentioning, like Silent Hill.
I actually like the first one.
I love the first one. First one's pretty good.
But I heard the other one, the last one that came out, was kind of fucking creepy.
It was. You can watch. I mean, you can watch. It wasn't bad. They have Far Cry on here because that is a thing.
Oh, that's what you call? That's what the German bull from what's that movie? It's the German bull that was from the movie that Sylvester Stallone did with Kit Pardue.
Yeah,
it was the race car movie, but I can't remember his name.
It's like Till's Schweiger.
Yeah,
butchering this man's name. This movie got a 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. I heard he actually even
Till Schweiger. He was in Schweiger. It's Hugo Stiglitz. That's who that is. From Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, okay.
That's who that is. That's the only reason I remember seeing that movie.
Now, this came out before Inglourious Basterds.
I know it came out before, but I'm just saying that's what.
I wouldn't know. Oh, here's 2003's The House of the Dead. Ooh.
Nah.
Oh, man. For a list of video game movies, these are like all of them on here are fucking terrible. Maybe Lara Croft Tomb Raider can get a pass.
What? But those two movies again, we got to separate what a good movie is from a money making movie.
Yeah.
Just because it made money doesn't mean it was good. Like,
trust me,
Angelina's fucked up fake ass British accent. Like,
I
never saw those movies because once I heard her accent, like, that's just horrible.
I don't know why I always pictured as Lara Croft, and I'm like,
who?
Angelina Jolie. I don't know why. I guess because I went to the movies to see the first one.
She has boobs, I guess.
I don't know.
I couldn't picture.
Sitting at a 33% on Metacritic. I think that's a video game. And 20% on Rotten Tomatoes.
No. Like, I'm looking forward to see how Alicia Vikander going to do.
Holy shit. That was Daniel Craig in that movie.
And what?
Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
And so was Sean Bean. Sean Bean, I think he was in the second one. Of course he got
killed. He was. Yeah, well, Sean Bean dies in everything.
Everything. If he makes it to the end of a movie, you know, you're like, oh shit.
If he makes it to the end of the movie, he'll probably just die then. You'll be like, oh, Sean Bean made it through the whole movie, and a rocket just crush him. Gerard Butler is in this one too. The second one, Cradle of Life, Angel of Light, Cradle of Life.
What you call him? What you gotta think about?
Cradle
Gerard
Life.
Butler was in fucking a movie that I think is very underrated. I thought it was entertaining. Fucking Reign of Fire. You ever see that? Had Matthew McConaughey, fucking Gerard Butler.
That movie about the dragons?
Christian Bale. Yeah.
Oh my god, I heard that movie was fucking awful.
I thought it was entertaining because the way they, for the time, the technology and how they did the dragons was pretty fucking interesting. And you know the whole fire breathing dragon thing was like, it was like they emitted like their saliva or whatever that came out was flammable.
Yeah.
And somehow it ignites and that's what happens and shit. It was interesting.
You
know, and these dudes was badass. Like the way these dudes, you know, the way Matthew McConaughey died in that fucking movie. You jump into the fucking, it was dumb, but he jumped into the dragon mouth with a fucking axe. Like what? Like
did he kill a dragon?
From a tire? Oh, he didn't kill a dragon.
Oh, what the fuck?
Dragon fucking ate him. Like it took out all his people. So like, fuck you. I'm going. It seems cool, you know. Then you had a whole bunch. You had a paratrooper team that's supposed to take out the dragons.
Yeah,
but they were all kamikazes basically because I don't think they had chutes. And like the funniest part, they watching the dude on the monitor. You know, he sees the bull flying down.
Yeah.
And then he just hit the ground and his fucking life support. Well, we lost another one.
That was like that movie unintentionally inspired a game called what was that shit called? Was it Lair on PlayStation 3?
Really?
I don't know. It just looked like it. Where you ride the fucking dragons and you had to control them with the 6-axis, the cool 6-axis technology for the PlayStation 3 DualShock 3. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That game went absolutely nowhere. Yeah, I wanted to buy it one day, and it was like, nah, it's just a bad game. Don't touch it. And I was like, all right.
Well, yeah, I mean, I can't think of any other video games that's better than Assassin's Creed.
No, there probably aren't any. I'm telling you, right, after that list, and that was the bulk of the list that I just named.
Yeah,
there's like none.
It's funny. I'm like, as I was watching Assassin's Creed, I'm trying to figure out like when will the video game movie genre get to the point where the comic book movies are now. Because remember, for a time, I think, for me, I believe up until everybody says the comic book movies kind of kicked off with X-Men, I say it kicked off with Blade.
Yeah, because Blade was fantastic.
Yes, the first Blade was fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was good shit.
And that was like the first one to be rated R.
Yeah, you're right.
But you think of the comic book movies that came out before, like the fucking Nick Fury with
David Hasselhoff,
or the Punisher with Dolph Lundgren.
Ugh.
or that fucking
Captain America. Either one of those.
Captain America, or you got Spider-Man, or even that Batman with Adam West and his campiness.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you know.
But you see how Batman, like, how quickly it fell off. You do Batman Returns, and then Batman Forever. You're just like, what the fuck? Where are you guys going? And he with the Batman and Robin.
Directors, like.
Yeah. But Tim Burton was still a producer for Batman Forever, even though Joel Schumacher directed it.
But that, again, sometimes people can get producer credits just because they can work it into their contract. Like, a lot of times if you watch like a show like New Girl,
yeah,
and they're like, oh, if the series hits like 4 seasons, 5 seasons, we'll give you a producer credit.
Yeah.
And sometimes they ain't putting no fucking money up. It's just a throwaway credit.
Okay.
But it's something to add to your CV to say, hey, I produced this.
Yeah.
But again, you change directors, you want to change fucking art styles.
Oh, did that.
Again. And that's what also added to the downfall of fucking comic book movies.
Yeah.
It got a good reaction when you had the first two.
Yeah.
Because no matter what you say about them, you had Danny DeVito, who's a respected actor in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Jack Nicholson, who's probably one of the most respected actors ever.
Yeah.
You know, of the generation, even of the generation before us. You know, there's actors our age who look up to fucking Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
Like the man is too fucking cool. Like he made fucking Jennifer Lawrence gush.
Yeah.
I watched that part and like Jack Nicholson could have hit that. Yeah. His whole nasty ass could have did something with that. And then you had Michael Keaton, he was the most controversial casting out of all that.
Yeah.
Because he was a comedian, you know, he was more in comedy movies like Johnny Dangerously and Mr. Mom. I think he was coming off of Mr. Mom.
Yeah. And
did that movie. And it was like, oh shit. And he did a good job. We have respect for comic book movies. Yeah.
I think that's what it's gonna take for a good like video game movie is you're gonna have to get somebody who has a respect for the source material, because that's pretty much what it comes down to is people like, okay, I'm gonna take this licensed product and I'm gonna use my vision. Now to a point, sure, but I think this is why Marvel movies do so well, because I'm not saying that they don't have creative freedom, but they're like, you have to respect where the character came from while you make this movie. So like when you see a Spider-Man movie, like it's not going to be a Spider-Man movie and he's going to be like an uncharacteristically like superhero who looks nothing like Spider-Man but has the name. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you get a lot in the video game.
Yeah, they put their own twist on it, and then you're just like, what the fuck is this?
And to add on to that, what pisses me off a lot with video game movies is that when they make the main character, it's a totally made up original character.
Yeah.
And all the characters that appeared in a game are either cameoed or just like
side characters.
Yeah, a supporting character. And I'm like, yo, that
Resident Evil's good for that.
Yeah.
Like,
Resident Evil was very good.
Good for that.
Everybody who's a main character in the
game is a side character.
Is a side character or somebody to help out Alice.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
It's fucking retarded. And I'm like, dude, you have
like
all this.
And Chris, didn't he?
They did. Resident Evil Afterlife had Chris and Claire.
Man, I'm like, that's
and
the only reason I want to see him.
That was my favorite one. If you haven't watched Afterlife, watch it. It was great.
What was the first one where Wesker came in?
3.
The third one?
Extinction.
Yeah, that's right.
Terrible movie.
That was the one with
fucking god awful movie. Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
God awful movie.
I fell asleep on that, and I rented it from Comcast.
Oh my goodness, that movie that was a waste of $5.99, bruh.
I think it was 3 at the time.
3?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I don't think it was HD.
HD back then. Yeah. Fucking that movie was god awful. I've watched them all. Retribution was probably the worst one because I watched it all the way through, and when it was over, I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" You know, you should never walk out of a movie going, "What the fuck just happened?"
Well, there's exceptions. Inception.
That was different because it explained everything to me, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?" I watched it all the way through, and I knew what happened, and still was like, "What the fuck just happened?" Like,
I want to sit down and watch all the Resident Evil movies. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Bruh, Apocalypse, they fucked up Nemesis. I'm like, you had a good villain in Nemesis, and you fucked it up.
That boy was dumb as shit. He looked bad. He looked like the Toxic Avenger.
He kind of did. But, I mean, he kind of looked like the Toxic Avenger in the game, too.
Yeah,
so.
but I'm just saying, he looked like the Toxic
He did look like
Avenger
sludge.
Yeah.
It didn't look like mutated flesh. It looked like...
It looked like you melt your action figure.
Yeah.
And, hey.
He like Melt Man from Kablam.
Yeah.
Action League now. Melt. That shit was hilarious. Yeah.
That's where I have issues with video games. And apparently, in Assassin's Creed, I didn't play too many of the PSP Assassins, the PSP one, because I didn't have one.
PSP one? Oh, that was PS Vita.
Vita.
Yeah.
Sorry. But
there was one on PSP, though.
Huh?
There was one on PSP. Can't remember the name of it, though.
Was it?
Mm-hmm. It's based off of the first one with Altair.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because the dude, Michael K. Williams, his character, his ancestor is based off of one of the assassins from Liberations.
Oh.
And I thought that was, that's pretty cool.
It's a nice nod since you won't see like Altair or Ezio or stuff like that. It's nice.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, but again, he was a side character. Well, he was a side character in Liberation as well, but that was one of the times you didn't really, didn't hurt it. But a lot of times you see in video game movies where the main character is from the game is a
side character, and they try to like. I think one thing that stuck close to the source material, but was still just a bad movie, was Mortal Kombat. It was a fucking tournament to stop fucking Outworld from invading Earthrealm, but it's just like it still wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't. Like, what the fuck was up with Sub-Zero walking down the steps like that?
I don't know.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Or the fact that like it took him like 3 minutes just to fucking form like one little like ice ball to throw, and I'm like in a game I shoot them Jones out like I can span that like.
That shit was bad.
It's sad that the Mortal Kombat reboot fell through. That'd have been nice to see.
Series, right?
They were gonna make a movie based off of it, but the director dropped out. And I was like, well, he's the one that made the web series. If you're gonna make the movie based off the web series, you can't really do it without him. Like he's got the whole story.
That's like the whatchamacallit. Did you ever watch that Street Fighter web series?
Of course, but I didn't watch the second one because it was only on like a specific thing.
Only watched the one that was on YouTube.
Yeah, it's a second season out for it. The Assassin's Fist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was so good. See, and those are the people that make the YouTube videos are the ones that pay the most respect to where it came from while telling its own narrative.
Yeah,
like those are the people that you would want directing your fucking movies. I'm telling you, if you give them say like, all right, listen, everyone else around you, they're gonna listen to you, and then they're gonna try to like make your vision. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If they did something like that, it's because he has no experience, of course.
From the studio, that's why you'd be nervous. Like, yo, I'm giving this boy $30 million.
Yeah, but you see, WB was like willing to do it for the director of the web series because like, look what he did with $1,000 or $10,000 or some shit like that, and then like he crafted a grounded approach to Mortal Kombat that was still like. It was like based in reality, but still had all the elements that you loved from the game, and people they loved it.
You had some names behind that too, though. You had Michael Jai White.
Oh yeah, and who plays Sonya? What's her name?
Was that
I can't remember. If you say it, it'll come back to me. But it was a well-known actor playing Sonya Blade too.
Wasn't she from Battlestar Galactica?
Some shit like that. Can't fucking remember.
Battlestar Galactica.
Let me see.
I'm trying to do it without looking it up. Katie Sackhoff. Was it her?
I'm not sure. Let me see. Combat web series. It was called Mortal Kombat Legacy. How'd I forget that?
I was about to say, I know because I remember it came on Blu-ray. You see it yet?
Nope. Well,
I was right with Michael Jai.
Jerry Ryan.
Oh, okay. Yeah, from what you call it? Star Trek.
Yeah. So.
Oh, and it had Ian Anthony Dale, the Scorpion. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh man, he was fucking awesome. Like, that whole Scorpion arc was fucking fantastic. Especially when they brought in Quan Chi, too. I was like, holy shit.
That's the same dude who plays Kazuya.
Yeah?
In the badass Tekken movie.
He doesn't care.
Look, you know.
But yeah, I mean, that's all they really need to do, man. You pay respect to the source material and not just name alone. Like, Resident Evil was about killing zombies and stopping the Umbrella Corporation.
Yeah, but
they did some of that.
Yeah, but for me, it's like I wanted to see like Chris and all. Of
Yeah,
you waited to the third movie to bring in Wesker.
Wesker in Afterlife. That is the Wesker from Resident Evil 5. Like to
What was in 5? That was when they was in
Africa.
Africa.
Yeah, and they said Chris had the nigger beater.
Yeah.
Had a stun rod.
I didn't play that one.
Yeah?
Because the chick was wasn't she kind of fucked up? Like the computer version of that chick.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't going to help you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's like, I remember I went and got it first day it came out. I'm like, that's not the same.
You be like, I need you. Okay. And she'd never come.
Like, I'm over here fighting off Ebola.
Yo, that shit was... I was like, why would they make a Resident Evil game set in Africa with this big, muscly white man walking around with a stun rod? Like, people like it's raged. Like, come on, let's be honest, guys. The game was made in Japan, so...
Yeah. But, yeah, we can go on and on about bad fucking video game movies.
Yeah, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah, 2 hours. We in there. Well, it's another episode in the books. Maybe some good stuff will happen. All the shows are back next week?
No, except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well, all right, except Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.,
Yeah.
but the CW shows are back?
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll pick it up next week. All right, you all y'all, 11, 12, 14 listeners?
I don't know, man. It seemed like they kind of dipped down.
Hey, it happens. Y'all take it easy, be good.
Yeah,
Peace.
don't forget
Plugs.
Yeah, plugs. SoundCloud.com. You can follow the Fanboy Lair there. We're also on YouTube. Just search the Fanboy Lair. We're the only ones. Will come up, and then the fanboylair.wordpress.com. I'll put up an article about the Nintendo Switch. It's just like my review of it. You can read that if you want to or not. It's there though.
It happens.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Y'all take it easy.
Peace.
Peace.